Good morning, everyone. Welcome to MaryAnne's Mystic Mentions. I'm MaryAnne. Oops, my beautiful amethyst angel. Wishing you love and peace. Welcome every single viewer, new and returning. I greatly appreciate you always, especially those that have been supporting me this far. It means everything. I love you for it. And welcome to your Sun Sign Love Connection readings for today. Today is April 20th, 2021. And we are on the featured sign of the beautiful earth element of Virgo. And I like that a lot. So for those that are new, I have a format. I picked two sun signs. One is the featured. We're on the second readings now. I've done the first half of the month of April, and now I'm on the mid-month readings for the remainder of the month. And I just go around my zodiac wheel for the featured, okay? So we know, we have an idea of whose reading's going to be next, and therefore you can kind of plan or come back or watch a friend's or whatever you want to do. And then the second is the highlighted, where I read three major categories for. The highlighted category is picked right in front of you. It's always spontaneous. Spirit has something important to say or bring in some form of message about this highlighted connection. So let me pull that for you right now for all the beautiful Virgos. And you have Virgo again, so I'll try again. I do know a lot of relationships and compatibility and love connections that are the same, sign and element. But let me try that a second time and see if it goes back there. And you have Pisces. Boy, I cannot tell you. I can't tell you how many times Pisces keeps coming up. So I had to pass yesterday because it was the featured sign from the day before. Guess who was the featured? I'm sorry, not the featured, the highlighted. I don't do the same highlighted connections with the featured 2 days in a row. So I'm going to do it today though. And you were the highlighted sign for yesterday's reading, Virgo, if you want to check that back and look at that from yesterday with Leo. I see that predominance a lot in relationships. Now remember, these are love connections of all kinds. Yes, a committed relationship, that special someone you're with and have been, someone you want to be. Every variable you can imagine, because love is the most important energy and emotion we can share with each other and give to each other and receive. So I include every single type of love connection. And so I'm going to pick this beautiful highlighted that Spirit really wanted you to know about, because it's your polar opposite, first of all. And it is the water, receptive, emotional, and sensitive sign of Pisces. And I mean long-term relationships of friends I've known right off the bat. I can just think from the many years I've done readings and compatibility, studies about the signs and why they get along. Why do we hang out with the people we do? Well, hopefully I can capsulize that for you today in a general reading. But Virgo, you are the earth element. You are absolutely, hands down, one of the most reliable, accountable, practical, calming energy, when it comes to the signs. And what's really cool about you is you're a mutable earth sign. So mutable means it's a mode, it's a type of mode in consideration with your particular sign and the fact that you're a Virgo versus a Taurus or a Capricorn, which are the other fellow earth signs to you. You have the ability to adapt and to be very flexible, which when you think of a earth sign, many times you don't think of that. I mean, they tend to be very stubborn and steadfast in their beliefs. They like routine. They like to be organized, to be, accountable. They like things to be just so. And for them, that's how they work, and that's how they do so incredibly well, and how they aspire and grow great massive wealth and things of that nature. It's the tried and true method, right? And yet you have those qualities because you are earth. But you also, like I said, have the ability to expand. And the thing is your ruling planet is Mercury. And Mercury is all about the mind. And you're one of the most intelligent signs. So you are all about the mind. And you get, similar to air signs, which is the mind, the thoughts, the ideas, the strategies we do in our mind. You're doing this as well, but it's a constant movement. It's a constant wanting to improve and expand upon, and then business comes into mind. You're very good with business. You're very capable of certainly hard work. I mean, we'll get to that in a moment. hands down, one of the hardest workers in the zodiac, or the signs of Virgo. And it's about a balance, you know. And then also just, just knowledge. You can't get enough. Let's say you were in a specific field, like a doctor, which would make perfect sense, because you wouldn't satisfy yourself with being a nurse. You'd want to go into nurse practitioner and then doctor and then specialist. And then, you know, just continually wanting to level up and glow up, as they say, is what I see for a lot of Virgos. And it's just something you need to do. You know, you're constantly wanting to evolve and to reinvent and to grow. And you have such incredible authenticity about you. You know, you really are the well-known sign for service. You are actually just the virgin who just wants to be of service and help, just from the pureness of heart, you know, for lack of a better way to describe it. So a true blue friend, very organized. Sometimes I would say on the, you know, we have the higher energies of each sign and then some of the shadowy, they call it. So be it, it's what makes us who we are, and it's something to love and appreciate. And that would be the side of you that might be very detail-oriented or almost a perfectionist. And really, a lot of times, the person that hurts the most is yourself, because you're always maybe beating yourself up at times. Like, gosh, I could have done that better, and why didn't I think of that? And what made me forget that particular date or something? Because you're so, you know, you plan ahead. You're a planner. You're like, people come to you because they know that they can confide in you, they can rely on you, they can trust in you. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful, beautiful energy to have, and that's what you exude, you know. And you love nature. You love going in the garden, and it's literally a perfect time, with it being spring, which is when most people start planting the seeds for the fall and even, you know, the years to come. What I really love though right now for you, Virgo, is we are in the sun season of Taurus. It just started yesterday. And I believe there's a stellium, they call it, of planets in Taurus right now. So that would be the Sun, Venus, Mercury, and Uranus. Oh my gosh. Well, Uranus has been in Taurus for a good year, maybe a little more. And it will be for about 6 years, maybe 7 total. Well, it's beautiful energy for you because it's your fellow earth sign. So there's going to be this feeling of just like, oh, I feel like I can really get my ground, you know, I can feel myself purposefully planning now and knowing that, you know, I can do it, and things are really going to start coming into fruition. You know, I can recognize that planning a vacation right now is stimulating me and making me feel, you know, peaceful, and it makes me feel romantic in a way because I want to get away with that special someone or friend or myself, for heaven's sakes, if I need to. And that's what energy is happening right now with Venus, of course, you know, in the sign of Taurus, of love and money. You're planning on certain projects and you're feeling really good about them, and everything seems to feel like it's in a good balance for you right now with that loving, beautiful energy that's in your sign. Not your sign, in your element, forgive me. And so I love that for you right off the bat. But then we have this beautiful highlighted connection for you today, which is in Pisces, which, like I said, that's your polar opposite. That's the one that always has this kind of pull towards you. Very, very different from the earth to the water, but they do so well together. They have that beautiful tension that's necessary in all relationships that just works. You take, you know, the element in itself of earth, and then you add the water, and it helps to mold and to build and to make it more flexible. You know, both really need each other, and they work in really complementary ways. And Pisces is absolutely one of the most selfless, caring, sensitive, impressionable, and creative signs in the zodiac. So I can see why you would be attracted, and as Pisces will give their fin for you, okay? They're known as the fish, the water sign. 2 fishes and moving in 2 different directions, and yet they are mutable too. They're the chameleon. They can go anywhere and they can adapt, and they can just imagine themselves being that energy, that person. You know, they're great actors for being able to change their, you know, persona. Naturally, they're great at all sorts of mediums of art and creativity, one of the most creative signs. And I think it has a lot to do with the emotion that they carry, you know, the feelings. They're so sensitive, and they pick up on people's energies very well, very psychic a lot of times. They're the old soul. They've been around many, many years, many lifetimes, and they keep coming back and regenerating and changing and renewing, and they just, they kind of go with the flow, you know. They have that attitude of let's see what happens, and let's be heart-centered and in touch with our emotions and share as much love as possible and see what happens. And by the way, their ruling planet was historically Jupiter, but it is more modernly Neptune. So that has a lot to do with the mysterious, the kind of unseen, but, you know, fantasy kind of dream-like sensibilities that come with a lot of Pisces that I know. And don't get me wrong, they're very capable of having their own businesses, running their own businesses. They prefer to be on their own time schedule. They need time to regenerate, re-energize after taking in all these incredible emotions they feel throughout the day, and it's essential that they do that. And you're okay with that, Virgo. You're really understanding about that. You help ground the Pisces. You help ground that water, and the water helps to remind you of how important it is to just like let go sometimes of that need to just be perfect or overdo or overwork, and find that balance. They'll bring the fun out in you, and you'll bring the necessary, you know, seriousness in them, for lack of a better way of putting it. But there's love here. There's great love. There's long-lasting love. There's respect and admiration for each other. And like I said, I see this combination so many times. So let me read to you the specific messages coming through for you, though. In this beautiful deck, which I'm using now for the mid-month readings, the Star Spinner Tarot. And basically, it's the three, I think, most important categories. And like I said, if you are not specifically aware of this Pisces that I'm speaking of as the highlighted that Spirit wanted you to know about, give it some thought, because I know you know, if not by memory, you have a Rolodex. Rolodex. How far away was that? That's from the 70s or whatever. But in your phone or what have you, you know Pisces. So somehow there will be a very important influence in regards to either the feeling and the emotions and the energies of Pisces, or an actual Pisces. So if you're with someone, you know what I'm speaking of. If you don't, it could be someone coming your way. So just be aware, you know. It could be someone in your family you've always felt really close to, but you never realized that was when their birthday was. There's some meaning for this for you. And then I go on to read the last two oracles, and I do add a rune to kind of just culminate the messages, and I love the rune. Oh my gosh, one of my favorite oracle divinations. It's been uncanny for the readings. It just is that, you know, period at the end of this narration for you. So the first category is always the overall energy that led you to this reading. And if you haven't had a chance to, you know, watch the beginning of the month for yourself, Virgo, please do so, because it might have a very interesting storyline that's continuing, or that's reminding you or showing you, oh, I've gone from there to there. And, you know, just, it's good to compare. So the first category of the overall energy for you is, oh my goodness, the 10 of Coins. Whoa. So, well, first of all, I love the illustrations. I love the 10 of Coins. The 10 of Coins is the earth element. The 10 of Coins is you, and it's the Taurus, as I said. And I'll tell you, we have Pluto in Capricorn, and have for a while. That will be retrograding on the 27th, I believe, for about 5 months. It does it every year. That's about your, my goodness, the same kind of energy as you and Taurus with Capricorn. Just this motivation, cardinal kind of emphasis with Capricorn, you know, beginning, starting, wanting to do and improve and succeed in anything they do. They are the symbol of the goat. And I bring that up because Pluto is all about our transformation, you know, in the deepest ways. Sometimes the hard facts and the ways that we look at ourselves, not in the most incredible, not in the highest good or the best light. It allows us to really review and to really think about that when it's in retrograde. And it'll be for 5 months through October. So really establishing what is success to you, and why is it important, and what do you choose to do to get there. This is a very individual thing, especially when it's retrograde. It's more inward. But I do want to say that the 10 is the ultimate. And I see the purple castle in the background. So you know that you have, and certainly probably at this very moment, the ability to amass great wealth, as I mentioned earlier. You work hard, you care, you have all the ingredients you have the beautiful energies coming for you and working with you with this harmonizing energy of Taurus, particularly for the season through, what would that be, through May 20th. So really positive things. If things have been feeling stuck and you're like, I don't know, it's changing. You're probably already feeling it right now. Let me know. If you have subscribed, please comment. If you haven't, please push the subscribe button. Just takes a moment or a like. I greatly appreciate it. YouTube will continue to share my videos and help me with the content and be able to, continue my channel. So, but you can always comment when you do subscribe, which I like a lot. Absolutely beautiful. I mean, that's a beautiful start of the reading so far. So yeah, 10 is about family and happiness and, animals and all the good stuff. Going away, going on vacation, proper investments, good job opportunities, solid, firm, permanent opportunities. And then you have, for the second card, it is the possible blessings or obstacles. And you have the page of coins. So there you go again. It's another coin. It's another beautiful pentacle, your practical things, the things you can touch, the things that make you feel secure and safe and, abundant and prosperous. And you have the page. The page is the youthful court card in the tarot, and it's new ideas. It's fresh. Everything seems to be pointing towards new and beginnings, because we had the first sign of the zodiac, Aries, just last month, which starts the new year of astrology, and the new moon, which was just in Aries. I mean, if you didn't feel that, when was that? I want to say 2 weeks ago now, but it will last upwards of 6 months. And that was exactly about igniting those passions, intentions, self-acceptance, dreams, anything you can put into, to words as to what you want and what you want to manifest. That's what it brings. And I mean, you have time to see, but I feel like this is a brand new kind of inspiration that's come to you, and it's kind of really sparking your interest a lot. You already have the 10. I think you're doing well. I don't think you have any issues. I mean, I know this is a general reading, but on the whole, I feel like you're the sign that sets aside for a rainy day and knows that things come up in life that are unpredictable, especially with the Uranus energy in Taurus. That's all about unpredictability and expression of freedom and change and surprises that knock our socks off and change our worlds completely, in good and in ways that are maybe not so welcome at that moment, but then you realize it was actually very much for your highest good. So I like this a lot. And don't forget that the pages represent children. So it might be because you're feeling so stable and you're feeling so good about this connection and your love and all the things that matter to you, in your life that are on a practical nature with the element of earth. You are considering perhaps a child. I mean, you might be with child, and you might be about to have a child, and congratulations if you are. And happy birthday, all the Tauruses out there, because yeah, it's your time. And we all get to feel your beautiful energies and, appreciate the natural, wonderful things that life can bring for us and does. So yeah, and also if not a child or thinking about a child and, setting aside money or whatever it is that you are considering as far as the pentacles go, it's about keeping that inner child and that joy in your life and the fun. And like I said, taking time away, because you can be really a workaholic. I'm just going to say it. So allowing that balance, it's so essential. Work life with personal life, connection, relationship. In order to really get to know each other, you have to have that time, that special time you carve out for that. So I like that a lot. There's 2 pentacles, a lot of pentacle energy. Understandably, they're coming up. The final is the category of finances. So yes, it is, of course, about money. Money is energy, like we all are energy. But it could be just your wealth, your health, how you're viewing things, and you have the 7 of chalices. Wow. Well, that's about emotions. That's that Pisces. That's about your creativity. The 7 is about, as they say, spoil for choices, like so many options out there. Which one are you going to choose? I know enough to know that Virgos don't really necessarily want too many options, and it's wise of you, because too many can leave too little energy in all directions, right? It's too scattered. That's not how you operate. You want to focus, and you have the beautiful Aquarian in Saturn energy for just that. We've got Jupiter in Aquarius and Saturn at the same time this whole year. So you've got this ability to expand your ideas and let them grow, and just, amazing opportunities and magic and luck and all the things that come with Jupiter. And then you've got Saturn making sure you're not going too crazy, getting off the beaten path. But that's kind of who you are innately. So it really works in your favor. And I can see you just thinking, okay, I can take that choice, and I may take that one as well, because I know you have a lot right now, and you're going to really think about it, and you're going to really choose the proper ones. And that's going to help with your investments and your finances and your home life and everything. It all just kind of melds and bleeds into each other, right? I guess that's the proper way to say it, but in a loving way. So look at the beautiful card, though. Opening up and saying, okay, I see what you're offering me, and I greatly appreciate it. And appreciation is a huge part of manifestation anyway. And then really sitting with the ones that matter the most, and giving it thought and intuition, because, a lot of Tauruses, and the energy of Taurus is very much about intuition. They are ruled by Venus. And, like I said, they have Venus in their sign. Venus, the planet, is in the sign. So there's a lot of love. There's a lot of possibilities for good fortune and money right now. And also with this Piscean energy, the cups, and just the really going inside and realizing to the depth of who you are. What did you want? What makes you happy? What do you want to work for? What do you want to do? It's all about you and how you put that out there in this beautiful universe, that what comes back. What a gorgeous reading, what a prosperous energy. And in not just materially, but also emotionally. So I love seeing that for you. And I'm going to add this beautiful rune, like I said. That's kind of the culmination of the messages here under these 3 categories. And I pulled this one, which, it's a beautiful amethyst, and I can't think of the other stone right now. But it's gorgeous. And this particular symbol, I'm going to look on the back because I need my cheat sheet. These are gifts. I've been following runes for many years, and I've never memorized them, as I haven't yet. But I will let you know that what the number is, and then just of words that refer to this particular energy in relation to the rune. Number 1. There you go again. New beginning. It is an F, and it is Fehu. Not exactly sure. Let's go inside there and see what it says. First one. Okay. Right off the bat, the word associated with Fehu is livestock. And what's really cool about that is it's about earth. It's about production. It's about, just fertilization, land, practical, grounded, animals, life, and just the cycle of life, if you will. The words are, and the time frame is between June 29th and July 13th. So we're talking about Cancer period. So that's the water. There you go. There's the Pisces fellow, water sign to Cancer. I don't know. There's definitely correlations and synchronicities here for you. Something could be happening, if not with a Pisces, a Cancer, or a Scorpio in Cancer season. So the message for the Pisces, like I said, if it's not a person, it's a time frame. But Pisces is actually February and March. But the point is it's water. It's receptivity. It's being very in tune with your psychic ability, your higher power, your intuition, and really utilizing it right now during this very fertile time. And the words are response, trust, recovery, gain, trade, offspring. There's the page. That's what I'm saying. So for a good percentage of you, there is children in mind or something about that, and that's exciting. I mean, it was one of the most exciting times of my life, of course, to have my children. And then you have something hidden comes to light, and evasion, beware of frauds. Boy, I'm hearing that a lot. This is something that's come through, and here's the thing. The other aspect of the water that I need to make very clear is that the full moon on the 27th of this month, which would be what, next Tuesday? It's a full moon in Scorpio. So if you want truth and you want the illumination of this moon, which brings out the light, which is why unusual things happen at the full moon, because it's much brighter. So it's a common phenomenon. You know, the moon absolutely controls us, and certainly water signs. But truth will be revealed, okay? Hidden facts, and I for one love it. I always say that because, I mean, it could be shocking at times, or sometimes you may have known it and you get the confirmation, okay? But it's so much better to live in truth and to really know certainly what your truth is. So that's coming up for you too. Also complementary to the earth energy of yourself, Virgo. So I love this reading. I feel very optimistic for you. And I feel like you're doing extremely well, and I certainly hope that's happening right now, but just allow it and sit with it and believe in it and do your thing that you usually do, because it is coming to you. So I'm going to read to you your finishing messages by reading the two oracles. The first one being the starseed. I'm very much into stars the mid-month, as you can see, and it just came to me. I always come and try to pick my decks, and then sometimes I dream about it, or I just get a message, and I do a lot of intuition work with my readings. So let's pick out this beautiful oracle message just for you, Virgo, and every one of your connections for today. The blue flame. Oh, I literally got a twinge right now. Spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. That's pretty powerful. The blue light, of course, is the connection with the infinite, and you know, through our crown chakra and above, even the third eye, but that's that Piscean energy that's coming towards you, and that's activating your inner, you know, intuition and your guidance there very strongly. I love that for you. That is so beautiful. Let me show you the picture. It's just this it's funny because it's like this almost concrete cement building, right? The material, the earth energy, right? That's solid, and you can, well, supposedly, and then that blue light of spirit coming through, because it can walk through and it can go through any kind of three-dimensional, what we consider to be so sturdy kind of energy, right? I love that for you. That's very, very perfect in line with the messages so far, as I love that spirit does for us. And then I'm going to finish with your beautiful super attractor manifestation message, which is really just, you know, believing and feeling everything we're saying, the life that you choose, and bringing it into physical, tangible reality for yourself, okay? Because if you're feeling something, it's one thing to think, and it's essential to have the idea, right? And you're very good at that. There's that mercurial mind again, and just creating to a point where it absolutely happens. You're an amazing manifester. And yet, you know, feeling it as well is exactly what that last, I guess, step you could say for the law of attraction, and bring it into form. So your beautiful card and message for every Virgo, once again, I love this. I haven't seen this in so long. And what's really cool is you've got that new moon influence of Aries right up there again, going into the full, which would be the end of this month. When I connect to the spiritual realm, I open the door to receive divine guidance, clear direction, and great wisdom. Well, they all seem to make a lot of sense as far as how important it is to just stay grounded as you are, take in the energies of love and incredible opportunities for growth, for seeds, for, you know, permanent, stable situations in your life, and allowing that co-creation to happen in spirit at all times. So thank you so much for taking the time. I apologize to anybody who's noticed that I literally had to wait over 24 hours for an upload. So hopefully today's will be a little sooner. I'll get them out as soon as I can. And I just appreciate your time and your support as always. So until next time, take extremely good care. Thank you so much. Bye for now.